Hello and welcome Business Central users. Today I'm going to walk you through one of the most powerful tools in our reporting suite, cubes. BCI offers over 400 plug-and-play Power BI reports across 11 key areas of your business, all ready to use straight out of the box. These reports can dramatically reduce the need for expensive custom development or external consultants thanks to the wide range of insights they provide. But what if you want to go a step further and build reports tailored to your exact needs? That's where cubes come in. What are cubes? Cubes are fully configurable reports that let you build dynamic pivot-style views using your own selection of rows, columns, and measures. You'll find them in every BCI app, from sales and finance to inventory, manufacturing, and more. In today's walkthrough, I'll show you 4 different cubes and a few simple configuration methods to demonstrate just how easy it is to build a report that shows exactly what you want to see, all without needing to be a Power BI expert. Let's start with the item sales cube from the Sales Insight app, which lets you analyze sales revenue across any structure that suits you. Before we dive in, a quick note on the layout. The default view is the monthly sales by item category and item. You can see highlighted here. On the right, you'll see the filter pane. This allows you to fine-tune the data shown in the cube without changing the structure. For now, I'll just minimize it, clicking here. But I'll walk through some specific filter examples later in the tutorial when we look at another cube. On the left side of the report, you'll see dynamic slicers. These allow you to quickly filter by company or fiscal year or month. So an example would be, you want to see November. You click on November, just like that. Maybe you want to add another month. Let's see December to see the run up for Christmas. Then you simply just hold Control or Command and click on December. And now you've got both those months showing in your visualization. To return to the full view, simply click on either of the selected months again to clear the filter. Below that, you'll find a wide range of measures you can add, giving you full control over which metrics matter most when analysing your sales. As you can see, the report is currently showing sales quantity, but just like with the slicers, you can hold Control or Command to add others, such as cost of goods sold, the sales amount, the amount of profit, and even the profit percentage. The profit percentage is even color coded, making it easy to spot where you're performing well or where you might be falling short of your targets. And just like that, you've built a report showing 5 key values for each item broken down by month. All of this was done in just a few clicks. No complex setup, no technical skills required. It's a fast, flexible way to uncover the insights that matter most. The default view for your data is code and name, shown here at the bottom. But if you prefer a simpler layout, you can just switch to either the code or the name using this toggle, which resets the visual and clears the current row setup. And now this brings us to where the real configuration power starts to shine, the rows and columns section. This is where you can dynamically build your own report by selecting the exact fields you want as rows and columns to go with the measures you want. Let's walk through a quick example to show how you can build a powerful custom report using these rows and columns, and we'll add some hierarchies into the cube as well. We'll begin by looking at performance by salesperson, and then let's do that by quarter. So let's add another level of hierarchy to this. Now by holding Control and Command, let's add the customer to that hierarchy and see what customers the salesperson has been selling to. You'll notice some plus signs have now appeared beside each row. These let you drill down into an individual salesperson's customer list, and then alternatively, you can click the Expand All Down One Level button here to instantly see every salesperson's customer breakdown at once. So let's add another level of hierarchy. Let's add the item category. Again, hold Control or Command, Now when we expand, we've created a full hierarchy of 3 levels: salesperson, the customer, and then the item category. It's important to note the order you select the fields matters. So the first field becomes the top of the hierarchy and the last field becomes the bottom. So since we're focusing on the sales team, let's adjust our measures. We'll remove the cost of goods sold and the item profit by holding Control and Command. And let's add the item discount so we can identify if sales were driven by discounting. Right away, something stands out. Aldo Olsen is heavily discounting some items. Maybe that's a detail worth following up on as it directly impacted profit. If you want to move back up the hierarchy, simply click the drill up arrow here to collapse the lower levels. You can also use the next level hierarchy double arrow here to go down to the next level of the hierarchy. So at the moment we're looking at the salesperson. So now we go down 1 level to the customer, and then to the bottom level, item category. And that's all while keeping all your selected measures in place. Again, you drill back up to go to the top of the hierarchy. As you can see, as I take a scroll through the row fields available, there are dozens of options you can use to tailor your report, and the number of combinations you can build here is huge. And it's all configurable to match your role, your reporting needs, and your business goals. Before we wrap up the sales item cube section, here are a few quick tips that will come in handy for any of the cubes and reports. You can bookmark your configured report by clicking here and saving it with a name, helping you build a library of go-to views. And if you want to reset everything back to the default layout, just click the reset button over here. And if you want to export or share your report, you can do that in these sections here. Finally, you can use focus mode to enlarge the report for better visibility when digging into those details. And then just click the back to report to return to the normal view. So now let's move on to some more cubes and configuration examples. Next up is the inventory cube, part of the Inventory Insights app. It gives you a clear view of stock levels, movements and trends across time, items and locations, so you can make smarter inventory decisions fast. By default, it displays inventory balances by item category, item and by month, but let's configure it to show even more meaningful data. I've deliberately left the filter pane visible here on the right because I want to highlight a couple of useful features. This is where you can filter your data to focus on exactly what you want to see. For example, let's say you want to view data for a specific location in the monthly report. You'd use the search bar in the filters panel, type in location, click the drop down, and let's select Melbourne. Now the report will only show you the data for that location. Want to include some more locations? Just hold Control or Command and click to select multiple values. To clear any filter, just click the clear icon here. Another example would be if you want to filter for high value items. So you go into the search bar, type in unit price and click the drop down again. Then click the value item drop down. Select greater than, and then let's put in a nice high amount. Let's put in 10,000. Then click apply filter. And now you're looking at a report focused only on higher value stock items. Now, secondly, and this is very important, the measures you see by default in all the reports aren't the full list. To unlock more, simply click this drop down and set it to true. And this will instantly add a broader range of inventory related measures to your report. As you can see, when I scroll down through these measures, there are numerous different options you can use, and that just allows you to be able to view so many different permutations of your data. Let's now build a more detailed inventory report. We'll keep the item category and item as the rows as they are, But let's change the columns to location to break it down geographically, as it makes sense to find out where the problems are within your inventory pipeline. Then we'll add a few measures that are useful for inventory tracking. Holding Control or Command, let's add quantity sold, quantity on sales order, and from the additional measures we just exposed, let's use consumption quantity. And then let's scroll down through the raft of options here. It really is unbelievable the amount of measure options you have here. Let's add in inventory turnover and the sell-through rate. Now you have a custom-made report with 5 key measures for each of your locations that will enable you to spot anomalies and make changes. For example, you might notice that here in Melbourne, consumption stands out as unusually high, something that could be worth investigating with the warehouse team. Cubes like this one make it incredibly easy to configure reports that surface valuable insights about your stock. With just a few clicks, you can explore patterns, highlight inefficiencies, and make informed decisions to better manage your inventory. Now let's move into finance and take a look at the income statement cube, which is part of the Finance Insights app. This cube uses your actual general ledger account categories from Business Central, so the layout already reflects a structure you're familiar with in your financials. To begin with, you have the option to create your report around either income accounts, cost of goods sold, or expense accounts. We'll stick with income for this example and view it by month. Let's just minimize the filter pane, and there we go. Just like that, you have a clear monthly breakdown of your income data. Now, maybe you only want to focus on the current month. You can do that by using the slicer on the left to select the relevant period. Now, once that's selected, I want to compare actuals, which defaults as net change, with, let's say, budget, the budget variance, and the budget variance percentage. So in just a few clicks, you can see all those details, and with helpful color indicators, it's easy also to see where performance is strong. So you might also want to compare this to the same month from the previous year. To do that, we first need to enable the additional measures as we did earlier. Just go to the Show More drop-down in the filter pane, as we did in the previous cube. Set it to true, and that will unlock those wider range of financial measures across the cube. And now we can add the same measures from the previous year month to date, shown as PYMTD here. So let's add net change along with budget, budget variance, and budget variance percentage to easily create a report comparing your current month to the same month last year. As you can see here, it only took a few clicks to build this view. No technical skills required. Now let's take it one step further and look at the bigger picture by including fiscal year to date, shown as FYTD. Once again, we'll add net change, budget, budget variance, and budget variance percentage to see how the year is tracking overall. Together, this gives you a comprehensive view of both monthly and year-on-year performance, all without building anything from scratch. And of course, once you've configured the report just how you want it, you can save it to your bookmarks, giving you quick access to your own fully customized view anytime you need it. Now let's reset and apply some dimensional analysis. This time, let's look at the figures by quarter. You might want to break it down further, for example, by department. So let's click on that dimension and add that row. Then using Control or Command, we can add additional fields. Let's add sales campaign and the salesperson. From there, we can drill down through the hierarchy, starting from the department level, down to each sales campaign, and then individual salespeople, giving you a full breakdown of where income is coming from and who's driving results. And the best part, it only takes a few clicks. Let's try another example. You might want to look at a certain sector, at an area. Again, within seconds, you've got a fully segmented financial view that allows you to drill into the details that matter most to you. It's impressive how easily you can uncover insights. No need to be a Power BI expert. The income statement cube, like all BCI cubes, makes it simple to explore, compare, and interpret your financials in a way that supports your business goals. It helps you turn data into decisions fast. Now let's take a look at a powerful cube built specifically for manufacturing. The production cube, found within our Manufacturing Insights app. This cube is designed to help manufacturers analyze key production metrics like output and consumption quantities, costs, and capacity, all broken down by multiple attributes and dimensions. By default, the cube shows the output quantity of produced items and production orders by week, but let's create our own configuration focused on the fiscal year. First, we'll use the production order status filter and set it to released orders. Now let's delve into consumption using some key measures. We'll use expected quantity, remaining quantity, quantity consumed, and actual material cost. Next, we'll add item to the row hierarchy using Control or Command and expand down to that level. This gives us a detailed breakdown of each component within each production order across all those measures, and it only takes a few clicks. A report like this gives teams clear visibility into materials usage, helping spot inefficiencies, control costs, and make smarter production decisions. Lastly, let's create one more quick report to explore capacity, again using the released production order filter and by fiscal year. For this view, we'll use the measures expected capacity need, remaining time, actual time used percentage, actual setup time, and actual run time. Next, we'll adjust our row hierarchy, starting with Work Center at the top. Then using Control or Command, we'll add capacity beneath it. And when we expand down the hierarchy, this combines both work centers and machine centers, giving you a complete picture of total resource usage in one place. Now let's say you're interested in the production orders for a specific machine, like the CNC machine. Just hold Control or Command, add production order to the rows, then click the expand icon beside CNC machine to drill into its orders. One final piece to showcase, let's build another column hierarchy. We'll change this view to quarterly and then hold Control or Command and add the month. Now switch the drop down to columns and then expand the levels. And you'll see each quarter's data broken down into its individual monthly figures. This type of report gives production planners and managers multi-level visibility, from high-level capacity trends down to specific machine-level workloads and production orders. It's an incredibly powerful way to monitor efficiency, identify bottlenecks, and plan resources more accurately. And that all took less than a minute to create. That's the power of BCI cubes. Flexible, intuitive, and fully configurable to match the way you run your business. As you've seen throughout this walkthrough, BCI cubes are more than just reports. They're powerful, flexible tools that adapt to the way your business operates. Whether you're in sales, finance, inventory, or manufacturing, these cubes let you dive deep into your data, slice it how you want, and uncover insights that drive smarter, faster decisions, all without needing advanced technical skills. And the best part? It's all built on your actual Business Central structure. So what you see always aligns with how your business is set up. From dynamic rows and columns to customizable hierarchies, filters, and drill downs, BCI Cubes gives you the freedom to build your reports the way you need them. And remember, this is just one part of the full Business Central Insights suite. With over 400 plug-and-play reports across 11 business areas, you can empower every team to make faster, data-backed decisions while keeping your report process consistent and scalable. If you'd like to explore more or see how it can work in your business, visit our website, businesscentralinsights.com, and get in touch to book a personalized demo. Because when your reports fit your business, your decisions fit the moment. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.